Joel, how do you want to allocate capital? What are you seeing from your investors there at ERShares? I mean, look, we're standing by from economic data this morning. We've got durable goods orders for the month of April coming out. Later today, we'll get the minutes from the Federal Reserve, which obviously is important to find out what they were talking about in their policy meeting. How are you seeing investors navigate this period? Well,
I mean, this is a tough time. I mean, there's really no place to hide. I mean, as we've talked about, when you see retailers like Target and Walmart, and by the way, for 25, 30 years, if you look at the stock charts, they were very flat. It was only the last 2-3 years that they really spiked. And what we're seeing are overvaluations not only in the tech, which has gotten hammered in the last year or so, down 70-80%, some cases more, but we're seeing these retailers, you know, these staples dropping 20-25%. And there are issues regarding rising costs with SG&A going up. We're seeing transportation costs squeezing margins. Labor costs are going up. Even financials, the financials, J.P. Morgan, other bellwether companies, we're seeing the margins getting squeezed. And so and we're seeing many of the retailers being stuck with inventory. So we're seeing a shift in spending patterns. And this is really kind of an interesting thing that some companies like Nordstrom, which goes to the high end of the market, are prospering, and those at the lower end of the market are suffering. And so we're seeing, the gap, and we're going to probably hear more about this year in terms of the divisive nature in this economy, where the wealthy, the rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer. And inflation's a tax. We've got to remember, inflation's a tax on the poor, so it hurts those people the most.
Well, I mean, look, those new home sales numbers yesterday said it all. Yeah. We were expecting a decline of 1.6%. It was down almost 17%. Yeah. Clearly, buyers are getting priced out of this market, and then they're going to rent. And you know what happened when they go to rent? Rents have skyrocketed as well. Precisely. Are there areas to hide? I mean, do you want to buy those companies that have pricing power?
Well, yeah, exactly. There's some companies that have pricing power. There are a few hidden gems. You have to go off the beaten track to find these. So when we're seeing Facebook and Google and so forth and so on, the major tech companies dropping, I mean, they bring down the entire market. There are a few hidden gems in the market. You have to get off the beaten path if you're an investor.
All right. We will leave it there. Joel, great to get your insight. Thanks so much. Keith Fitzgerald, Lee Munson, Joel Shulman, thank you. Great word on Wall Street, guys. We'll see you soon.